Dear colleagues, Dental Tips is back, and today is very special version of the program. It will be direct broadcast from our big prep course, and I will show you tips and tricks how we control planes during veneer preparations, step by step. And I would like to ask you, don't forget to follow us, to put likes, and write down in comments how many over preps have you already performed in your daily practice. Let's go. Few tips to control your planes, especially for people without great clinical prep experience. After we make the grooves, we take this tapered bore, in our case it's a 0.16, and I start to prep the surface. First I will reduce incisal edge. The angle that I use to reduce incisal edge can be like that. So this is one option. You place it almost horizontal. You cannot place it completely horizontal. You can't, because adjacent teeth will be on your way. But you can do a lot of prep with this angulation. Then you can turn your bore and do this part. Option number 2, you ask your patient to move chin up. So you go with a chin up, really up. Then you move your microscope back, and you can get this view over incisal edge. So basically you place bore that way, and you go from left to the right. When we do that, I use angle, more buccal angle rather than palatal angle. So it's like 3, 5, 10 degrees buccally. The bore goes buccally, not lingually, buccally. It will be better for insertion path later on. Okay, so that's easy. Then, as I told you about planes, we have 3 planes, just to remind you. We have incisal plane, we have middle plane, and we have cervical plane. So now we will be facing with the tips how to control our planes and not to do over reduction. We start with the incisal plane. I will take pencil on the phantom. You can also do it on the patient if you want, at the beginning, just to train. I will mark with the pencil area which I don't want to prep. So I don't want to prep here. I just want to prep here. Okay? Incisal plane is pretty long. It's not just this area, this zone, because there is another mistake that many people do. They just place bore like this. Let me just move head of my patient to the side and you will see what I mean. Yeah, like this. And instead of plane reduction, they do bevel and very thin incisal edge. So that's not a good thing. You have to place the bore parallel to these 2 ribs. There is a groove in between, and there are 2 ribs. So I place my bore and I hold it parallel to these 2 ribs, and I will prep this area till this groove will disappear. Okay? Let me switch off the water. Even it will be also very nice to see where is the area of bore interference and the surface. You see? So that's area. Done. Once you see no groove, no line, that means enough. Don't continue, because if you will continue, I will have a question, what you are doing. And there is an answer, you are over prepping. Okay, so once there is no line, that's it, that's finished, we're finished. Then I'm going to prep other side, and then we are going to prep now a middle plane. Let me remark grooves that we get from our depth cutter. So now I don't want to prep here, and I don't want to prep here. I want to prep here. That's the middle plane. So my bore will be placed parallel to the middle plane. There is a bulbosity there, by the way, so actually parallel to the bulbosity, convexity if you want. It's like that. The tip of the bore is not touching the tooth. You see, we do not involve tip of the board. We work with plane of the board. Okay, it's done. There is no line. Now let me remark the cervical. And now definitely I want to prep just here. Sorry. Yeah, I just want to prep this area. I don't want to prep all this. So that will be my cervical plane. And supragingival stage 1. We'll do our margin later on. And then stage 2, low speed, red board, the retraction cord and so on. So I place it supragingival. That's it. That's it. No lines, no grooves. Initial space for the restoration is created. You can check it with a silicone index. By the way, you can place your silicone index just to see what's going on there. Ideally, by the way, what is ideally for us at this stage is to have a bit under preparation, because that will be step 2. And during step 2, you also do some preps, some reduction. So I will check with my mirror, with my periodontal probe. Here we have 0.5 millimeter. In incisal plane, everything is fine, 0.5. But I use 0.4 depth cutter, and I have my 0.5. This is what I was speaking about. If I would be using 0.5, for example, we get 0.6. That's why it's ideally to you work with one size less. Here in the cervical area, we have a bit, it's almost 0.5, almost, yeah, you can see here, almost. Let's say 0.4 up to 0.5. I'm happy with that. There is no over-reduction. If it will be 0.7 or 6, I'll be sad. Okay? That's all for today. I hope it was useful and informative. Share your comments, please, if you like this kind of format and wish to continue in that way. Please specify, and we will try our best to make dental tips more interactive and to include this kind of formats more often in our YouTube channel.